You're going to be learning 3 important things in this video. Number 1, you're going to be learning how to submit your tax information step by step as a non-US creator, no matter the country you're in. Number 2, you're going to be learning how to complete this process even without a TIN. TIN means taxpayer identification number. Number 3, you're going to be learning how to reduce the tax withholding rate on your revenue to as low as 0%. And in between, I'll be answering a few questions that I've seen a lot of people asking about this process. Ready? Let's roll! Hello and welcome. My name is Tope Aghomatse. If you're new here and you want to learn how to grow your YouTube channel, how to use YouTube to grow your brand or business, or generally learn stuff about YouTube, then start now by subscribing and clicking on that bell so you don't miss anything. Now, if you're watching this video, I believe it's because you've received an email from YouTube asking you to update your tax information, or you've seen this pop up right here in your YouTube studio asking you to do the same, and you're wondering exactly how to go about it. Now, what does this really mean? It means if you're a creator outside the US, you may begin to have taxes deducted from your US earnings later this year. Now, Google has responsibility under Chapter 3 of the US Internal Revenue Code to collect tax information from all monetized YouTube creators outside the US, and in some cases, to deduct taxes when these creators earn income from viewers in the US in the form of ad views, YouTube Premium, super chats, super stickers, and even channel memberships. Now, if this affects you, you're required to submit your tax information in your Google AdSense account, with the new deadline now being the 31st of May. Now, if for any reason you miss this deadline, Google will be required by law to presume or assume you are a US resident and therefore charge you 24% across your entire revenue from YouTube globally. And this time around, it won't be from just your US viewers. So definitely you want to pay attention to this and get this done as soon as possible. Now, I've got good news for you. If your country has a tax treaty with the US, this means you can claim a treaty benefit on your tax form, and this can potentially reduce your tax withholding rate on your revenue to as low as 0%, depending on your country of residence. Now, you will find the list of eligible countries on your online tax registration form. So let's just get right into it. I recently got to help out one of my clients with her tax registration, and I'm going to be sharing the process with you. Okay, now we are in the YouTube studio, and you can see at the top a final reminder from YouTube asking us to complete this process before the 31st of May. So what you want to do is click on Submit Tax Info right here. It takes you to a page where you can read more details, and then here you just see in one of the steps, sign in. That's step 1. So click there to take you to your AdSense account. Another way to get to your AdSense account is to simply go to www.google.com/AdSense, and you will be right here in your AdSense account. So here you can see on my client's page, that pop-up is also there asking us to complete this process. So you want to click on Manage Tax Information. So now you want to click on Add Tax Info to get this started. First thing you're going to see is the login. So just log right in and then start the process. Here you want to select whether you're an individual or a business, right? At this point, I would say if your AdSense account is a business account, you might as well just complete this process as a business rather than as an individual. Now, if you're not sure what to do, it's safe to just do this as an individual, okay? Select the option that suits you and click on Next. Now you are being asked if you're a resident or citizen of the United States. The answer here is no. Now it's time to select the form type, okay? Most times it is the first form, which is the W8BEN form, which is most commonly used by non-US individuals and would also be used to claim tax treaty benefits. So this is what most people select, but you want to read the 2 options and really check which one suits you better. Click on the form and start the form. Now it's time to complete your tax identity. Put your name. Here you need to put in your legal name, your proper name. You can also consider using the same name you used to create your AdSense account. Now for this DBA section, if you're not sure what to put there, it's optional. So you probably want to skip and then now select the country that you are a citizen of, okay? Next, you want to fill in your taxpayer identification number, which is your TIN. Now let's read. This instruction says a taxpayer identification number is a tax processing number required by the IRS for some tax forms. Yeah. Now, if you are claiming treaty, you are required to provide a foreign TIN. Now, what does foreign TIN mean? This simply means TIN that is foreign to the US. It means the TIN in your country if you're a non-US creator. Now, in different countries, this is known as different things. In the UK, this is the National Insurance Number, NIN. In Canada, I understand this is called the Social Insurance Number. In the US, I understand this is called the Social Security Number. In Ireland, I understand this is called the Personal Public Service Number, PPSN. Some countries call it the Fiscal Code Number. Whatever it is called in your country, you want to find out, use the internet, and you will get this information. Now, if you're in Nigeria like myself, this is called your Taxpayer Identification Number, TIN. And if you want to get this, you can visit any of the FIRS office nearest to you to get your TIN, and that would be it. You can also register online. The link to register online for your TIN will be in the description area below. You can use that as well. Now, if your country does not have any treaty with the US, you really have nothing to claim, then adding your foreign TIN here is not really necessary. So if you do not have a foreign TIN, it's okay to just keep and continue with the process. But if you're living in a country that has a treaty with the US, you definitely want to take advantage of that treaty and get lower withholding tax rates. So you need to find your TIN and input it here. Now it's time to input your address. Here you need to put in your permanent residence address where you get your mails, right? So fill in your country, put your address properly, select your city, add your postal code and all of that. Select your state. And then if this address is the same as your mailing address, you can check this box and click on next. Now here it's time to claim your tax treaty if you have any. Now I know that Nigeria does not have any treaty with the US, but I just wanted to show you what this would look like if your country was on the list. So if you wanted to check if your country had a treaty with the US, you would click on yes, just to see what this looks like. I'm selecting yes, even though I know my country is not on the list. And I want to show you how to find your country. You see the drop down. In this case, we're selecting South Africa to just test and see what comes up. And there you can see your special rates and conditions. You have services, motion picture, other copyright. Select all of this one after the other and click on the article and paragraph that shows. Then also select the withholding rate that applies to you. In this case for South Africa, it is 0%. Now you're going to check this box to confirm what you just did. Select the next box again for motion picture and TV and all of that. Select the article and paragraph that is there. Select your withholding rate, which luckily again for you is 0% if you're in South Africa. Check the box again. And then on the third one, do the same thing. Select the paragraph, select your withholding rate, and it's also 0% for you. And then confirm this and select next. For my country, Nigeria, this is not the case. So we're going to go back and select no. Click on next. Now we are on the document preview page. So here you can click on the document and have a look to see if your details were properly filled. Read through carefully and be very sure. And here you can confirm that you have reviewed the document and you're fine with what you filled. Select next. And then now you have the certification stage where you need to put in your full legal name again as a signature on this form. So do that. Now you're being asked if you've performed any services or activities in the US before. This does not include If you're getting viewers from the US watching your YouTube videos, not yet, okay? This is if you've done any other business or performed any activities and services before now for Google within US. If your answer is no, select no. Confirm that by ticking the box. You're being asked if you're providing this information for a new or existing payment profile. If you've received payment before from AdSense, check the appropriate box. Otherwise, check the box that applies to you. And then tick the final box to confirm that you are fine with everything you've done, and then submit. Next, you're going to see that you've been approved or that your request is pending. If your request is still pending, give it some time. And if it's instantly approved, congratulations to you. You would also be getting an email almost immediately, so check your email as well to be double sure. Now, if you still have questions about this process, this video has a part 2 where I am strictly just answering questions that I've compiled from people who need more information about this from different parts of YouTube. I've compiled over 25 questions around this process, and I'm taking time to answer them to the best of my ability. If you still have any confusion, I'm pretty sure your question will be answered in the part 2 of this video. So click right up here and check that video out right now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, keep showing up and keep crushing it. Bye.